if you're not doing this yourself, or if you don't have somebody in your organization doing this, you really need to be doing this and understanding your numbers. We want to be profitable and we want to make money doing this. We're not doing this for our health. Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jordan Due. I'm a business analyst, and I also have a side business that does debris and junk removal as well as parking lot cleaning. So if you have a debris or a junk removal company, be sure to like and subscribe, because we're really going to be digging a little deeper into this business in the next coming videos. Now, before we get into the numbers section, let's take a look at this picture on the right. And this is kind of the typical stuff that we see left out by these dumpsters. Either it's left out by tenants or people in the community just come out and illegally dump things out here. And being that we are the grounds cleaning and parking lot cleaning company for the clients often look to us for this type of removal, especially since we're at the property so often. A lot of times we are the eyes for the property managers. So we have the contracts with the property managers to come and make sure that everything's clean. And we also offer these bulk items and bulk trash removal as an additional upsell. There's two different ways you can go about handling this. Either you can hire on guys to, as full-time employees, or you can do it the contractor way. I currently have it set up as I'm just using contractors to do everything. I went the route of having employees, and it just wasn't for me. We can get into that in other videos, but for now, we're just going to look at, how do you pay these contractors and some things that are involved with that. So now let's get into the numbers section. As a general overview, we have the transaction date, the project's revenue, the cost of goods sold, the workers' comp, and the project's profit. So the transaction date, we have from October down to December of 2023. I've been having this business since like 2018. But this is a small subset just to show you the breakdown in numbers, because if you're not doing this yourself, or if you don't have somebody in your organization doing this, you really need to be doing this and understanding your numbers. We want to be profitable and we want to make money doing this. We're not doing this for our health. So to know your numbers is to be profitable and be knowledgeable about your business. So the project revenue here, this is what I charge the client. And then we have the cost of goods sold. This is what the contractor charges me to pick up things like this. I know that this project, that this picture here was from the 16th. So the contractor charged me $125. I charged the client $275, and I made a decent chunk off of that one. And like, before you come for me in the comments, just know that my price used to be a lot higher, especially whenever I was doing this myself. When I had equipment, I had dump trailers. My base price was higher than this. So I'm actually doing a favor for the clients to bring their prices down, and I'm helping out my contractor, and I'm getting paid at the same time. So the contractor gives me his price. He says, "Hey Jordan, this is what I'm going to charge to do this." I say, "Okay." And you can see that it doesn't always work out for me. Like this one here, he charged me $100 and I was only able to charge $125. That's just because I know my clients and I know what they will and won't pay for. So I'm not going to break that goodwill with my clients. So the contractor tells me what it is that they want to get paid, and then I have the workers' comp here as well. So my contractors don't have workers' comp insurance, so they fall under my insurance. And every time I pay them, that I have to pay a little bit in workers' comp. It comes out of my allocated amount that I have. And if I go over that amount, then I have to pay extra premiums at the end of the year at my audit. So I make sure that I know how much extra I'm being charged in workers' comp payments, so that I can take this aside and pay that whenever the time comes. And then I have my project profit. And this is just project revenue minus the cost of goods sold, and then minus the workers' comp. So let's look through my profits right here. Some of my profits look pretty decent, especially for this not being the main source of revenue. A couple of them here dropped a little bit, $20 here and there. We've got a few good ones in here. But let's see, we can also do a calculation to see what our margin is for each one of these. We're going to do our profit divided by our revenue, and then we can change this to a percentage, and we can see that, okay, I've got some pretty decent margins here, but let's just highlight those right quick and see what the really good ones are. Okay, so we can see, yeah, 52% margins here. These are huge. This is really good. You know, kind of dips a little bit here, like I talked about earlier in the video, but still, you know, knowing that this isn't the main source of revenue for us, this doesn't really concern me that much. I still don't like to see it dip this much, but you know, it's something that I'm looking at in the future. You know, I always want to, you know, keep my margins high. You know, we want to make money, so that is very important. And then what's our actual profit here? We can come here and just right quick, run that calculation, say, okay, yeah, around $1,300, $1,400 for the past 3 months. And let's just do that divided by 3. Roughly $450 a month extra on top of our, you know, monthly parking lot cleaning. So if you're doing this type of work already and you're doing junk removal and things like that, look into getting these parking lots, because the parking lots are huge. You know, this isn't really very consistent for me, these one-time cleanups that I call them one-time cleanups. But the parking lots is really where it's at. Those provide monthly recurring revenue, so that side of the business is stable, whereas this is just extra on top of you know, extra profit every month. So, you know, $450 extra in profit, you know, I can definitely think of a few things that I can do with that extra money. And if we want to just try a few things, we can see that, you know, this 15% margin's not very good. But we can come over here and let's just say, what would happen if we bump that up to 150? You know, because 125 to 150, a client's not going to notice 125 to 150. So, you know, let's throw that in there. And now we can see that we just went from 15% profit margins to 29%. And, you know, we, you know, bumped up $25 for our profits here. But, you know, we can see that our margins got a lot better. And we definitely want good margins here. And now, what's a way for us to always know what our margin is going to be? So we can do, I'm just going to, you know, get this quickly put in here. We have that. We'll have the workers' comp. We'll have the profit. And I'm going to do this so that you don't have to listen to me talk the whole time. Okay, so now that I made this quick little calculator here, we can kind of play around with these numbers to make sure that we're always making good profits on these types of jobs. So we can see here, I've got the revenue. Let's just say that we're charging $150. My contractor's charging me $100. Workers' comp is going to be roughly $650, just because there's a 6.5 for every $100 I pay out to my contractors for this type of insurance, I have to pay $6.50. So that's where that number comes from. And then our project profit, it's just a revenue minus cost of goods sold minus workers' comp. And we can see that we've got $43.50. So this is a quick calculator that I just made. But we can use it to really make sure that we're making good profits on all of these types of jobs. Let's say that we drop our revenue here down to 125. We can see that we go into the 15% margin, and I'll put some conditional formatting in there to make sure that every time anything lower or anything 15 and lower, it turns red, just to give us a visual representation there. So whether you have a junk removal business or not, I really hope this helps. You know, I can't emphasize enough, you know, how important it is to know your numbers. And this is only just the beginning of it, because this is just your cost of goods sold type information. You've also got other expenses on top of that, you know, internet, phone, utilities, all these different types of things are going to keep eating away at this profit. So you definitely want to have a good profit. Like I said, I'm not worried about these low margins because this isn't my main revenue source. So this is kind of extra money on top. But if I'm relying on this money, then I'm definitely bumping up a lot of these prices to make sure that I'm making hefty profits to be able to pay for the other expenses that I have in the business and in my personal life. So I really hope that this helped y'all, and I'll see y'all for the next video. Thanks, guys. So I hope y'all got a lot out of this video. If you'd like a dashboard like this for your business, you can reach out to us on our website here and in the description below. If you're wanting to level up your Excel skills, Career Principles has a lot of practical online courses that'll take you from beginner to expert in no time, and even show you how to make dashboards like this that we've seen here today. And we can personally attest to the value that they have in the Excel and financial courses that they offer. To get 15% off, all you have to do is use the promo code JD15, and that'll give you 15% off all their online courses. So thanks again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.